Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. Now, we had Deku. Deku, he finally went to therapy. And let's be honest, it was well fucking needed. Now, Deku, he talked to a therapist a year later after New York was invaded by Adriana the Spider Queen. And Deku, he talked about a few things that happened. He didn't mention anything about Kane, anything about Ben, Julia, or his parents. But the session was mainly focused on him and how he is doing. The doctor does notice that there is some pushback. Deku, he is evasive and eager to not talk about certain things. However, he is adamant about talking about Felicia, Black Cat, and even about how things are with her. He's more focused on trying to help her heal. But Black Cat has a very twisted way of doing it. Or, well, healing. Especially because the last time we saw her, she tried to actually seduce him in his own home. And that was definitely strange. Now, there actually was Cindy. She came home, found Black Cat paralyzed on the floor, and she then webbed her to a pole near a police station, where she wrote a lot of things about her on her face. Now, with that being said, Deku has been Spider-Man for over 6 years at this point. Closer to 6.5, actually. And right now, Deku does have a lot going through his head. He's trying to run a company. He's trying to balance family, work, and spider life, or hero life? Yeah, whatever you want to call it. And that's been a bit crazy. But right now, two of those things are about to clash. And that is going to be a bit of an issue. And we do currently have Deku. Deku right now has gone through his usual routine. He's been trying to be a superhero. He stopped Electro from causing a bank heist with the Vulture. And he's actually getting a bit worried. For some reason, it feels like heroes are not doing quite a lot. I mean, villains are more active recently. There's something going on. And Deku's noticed it. I mean, he heard recently about someone dying, but who was it again? It was somebody who's agile and nimble like him, but they've also got firepower and training, right? He heard about someone dying. Okay, that's definitely not good. Hmm. So, what can he do though? Let's see. If villains are on the rise, it'd be a good idea to take some of them down. But, okay, so who could he work with? Hmm. Okay, I could try to cure Mr. Chizaki, but those notes, do I still have them? I could do my own research and try and find a way to do that, but I need to know what he uses as a baseline and do a ton of things there. I need to figure out what to do there, and so I'm popping into Deku's comm channel. And Deku, just should I ask? Is this Mr. Stark? Is it Steve? Or who is it? Hello, Izuku. Jarvis? Yes, hello. I am contacting you on behalf of S.H.I.E.L.D. Huh. What is it? I'm kinda busy. Well, there's an urgent matter that needs your attention. Deku asks just how I'm gonna land. Him gonna ask. Okay, how urgent? Incredibly. It pertains to some things that you have experienced in the past. How so? Please come to the nearest S.H.I.E.L.D. facility, or the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier directly, and things can be made more apparent. Deku is somewhat confused. However, Jarvis does try to guide him, telling him where to go, and Deku does go swing to the nearest S.H.I.E.L.D. facility. And then there's actually where someone, they try to talk to him. They try to take him to the shield helicarrier. And that's where Deku is sat down in a room. And they kind of want to know about what happened with the Spider Queen back a few months ago, or over a year ago. Because they just found something that is strange. And they want his expertise on this. And Deku is kind of confused. However, he actually does go to walk into another room. Him looking around, and there's a lab, and there's some DNA on. What is going on? Deku walking over. Him bringing his hand out and actually touching onto the holographic screen as someone is going to walk into the room. Hi, kid. Deku gonna turn. Oh, hi. So, what's going on with all this? Yeah, we, uh, we found something that's been turned over to us. And it's been strange. Shield has a lot of red tape on this, but they want to bring you in on it directly. And people are advising against it, but Shield really can't do too much without your permission. Is this some sort of study of the spider genome? Uh, what's going on? Because you have my DNA up there. Oh, um, I'm surprised you saw that. Saw what? I mean, you have my genetic markers here. They're going to turn. I'm talking about it. I mean, you have his spider markers here, you have his markers here, and you have this one over. This one isn't my marker. Yeah, that's not your spider genome. That's Adriana's. But I'm confused. How does her genome have. But the enzyme isn't present in this genome. Where is it? Yeah. The man gonna walk over, pressing onto a screen. As right now two different DNA sequences, they pop up. And Deku does see two more. As the man is gonna walk Deku through a few things. And Deku is told to sit down. Because he's got to meet two people. And that's gonna be a bit strange. Now, Deku is confused. However, he does try to look at the data on screen. And whenever he does it click in his mind, he does try to ask if he can meet the children. And Shield, they do try to take Deku through the steps carefully about everything. I mean, they know that the enzyme isn't apparent in the children yet, but there's a fact that it could mutate or change. And Deku, he's taken to a secure Shield facility. And he does get to see two different children. And it's definitely strange because they're almost a year old. And Deku, not only does he need to make a phone call, he also needs to figure out what to do here. And the person in front of him, they do try to make things quite apparent. Shield so far has been keeping an eye on them, trying to look at their development and see how things go. But they're also concerned because they were hoping that Izuku, he might be able to help them with this. And Deku should at least ask questions. When Shield obtained these children, and figure out exactly how long they've been in Shield's custody, what they might have done to his kids. And Deku, they can tell that he's very, very adamant about what has been going on here. However, they try to make things quite clear. They've had them for a very short amount of time, and in fact, they've had them for less than a month. But they were trying to at least make sure they were safe. Because with a jackal, they're not too sure. Everything there is weird and confusing, and then the fact is, Izuku, he's, you know, busy with family. They didn't want to just drop these kids off at his house one day and throw him a curveball. They wanted to try and talk to him about everything. See about going forward from there. And Izuku, obviously he's freaking out. Obviously things are weird and strange to him. And there is what he does to call Cindy. And Cindy, where she's gonna pick up, she's actually not happy. And things get a bit worse when she learns that Deku, yeah, apparently, he was busy with the queen. Yeah, that definitely isn't good. And Deku does at least try to ask if there's anything else Shield needs to tell him. And the man does to hand over a file, expressing to Izuku about how they'd like to at least do some more research and make sure this enzyme does not pop up again. Because last time, it almost took over the entire island. And they have had ideas to, well, take away their powers if any pop up. And Deku's obviously a bit more concerned about that. However, the children, right now they want to stay in Shield custody until things can be properly sorted out. And hopefully one day they can be transferred over to the proper family. That's how Shield tries to play this. They try and play it carefully. They're not trying to just let this go and something happen. They want to be precautionary. And while Deku doesn't understand that, he also is a lot more adamant about what's going on, about being here and giving this his attention. I mean, yes, he despises Adriana. He hates her to the core, but these are infants. These are children. His kids. And he just, honestly, he just needs like fucking 10 minutes to process everything. Today, today has definitely been a curveball. And Shield, they're kind of well aware of that. And they even try to discuss it. They thought about having his doctor bring it up in his last session, but that was a bit of a hard topic to discuss since he was so closed off about her, quote unquote. And Deku doesn't want to understand. The therapist has been trying to push Deku a little bit further, try and get him to actually open up about his experiences with the Spider Queen, or the bitch, as Deku likes to refer to as. And Deku, yeah, he does head home. And Cindy, you can tell that Deku's got a lot on his mind. He's, quiet. And he's right now in his garage. Him just tinkering away. A lot of things are going through his head. A lot of good things, bad things. Okay. Okay. Izuku, you're okay. You're fine. It's just... Okay, okay. Okay. The fact is, how is this even possible? I mean, shit. Okay, okay, but, okay, the 5 months, the year, okay, so, his daughter is, okay, so, his daughter is gotta be at least a few months older than them, more than half a year, so there's that, and, oh god, he doesn't even know, oh god, he doesn't even know his own kids' names. Why is... Mm. Okay, okay. Why is everything so confusing? Okay. You're fine, you're fine. Hello? Hmm? They're gonna turn and see Cindy. Uh, hey, Cindy. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm working on this new stealth suit and I'm trying to busy my mind. I just I don't know. The fact that I'm sorry. Izuku, this isn't your fault. Don't apologize. I just I feel like I need to. It wasn't your fault. I know, but the feelings I had under her mind control, they were intense, odd, weird, and I can remember a lot of unsavory things, but I remember doing them with my whole heart. What do you mean? I put everything I could into it. My training, my efforts, all of it. I wanted to please her. Okay, before you start talking about a few things I don't want to hear about, no, Cindy, I'm not. That's not what I mean. I know. It's just, we can figure this out. I mean, we figured out things after her, after Black Cat, and, well, we can figure this out too. Right, right. How are you doing with everything? I'm annoyed, but I have to accept this is kind of a part of what's already happened. And honestly, I don't know. I I'm just trying to be calm. Do you want to go out and do work today? Because I can watch Inco. I can if you want me to, but are you sure you don't want me here? Crime's on the rise, and New York needs a spider person. So, yeah. Besides, I think I need a second to just clear my mind and figure a few things out. And I know you like swinging through the air to clear your head. I do. It's nice to feel the wind after. I know. Cindy, I don't know. I have an idea in my head right now of what to do, but none of it seems good, and others of it just seem bad. What are your ideas? I I don't want to say it out loud, but option B is to take away their powers. You're serious? Yeah, I developed a serum in the past to take away my powers and abilities, and I don't know if I even still have it, but I know it's possible. I stripped them of their powers, and I just don't know. But I don't want to. God damn it! Are you okay? No! No! This. She's still in my life. She's still messing with me, even from beyond the grave. I'm trying my best to stay calm, but there are babies in Shield custody that are my responsibility, that are a mixture of. That are innocent. I'm just. Uh, there's always something going on. I know. But I'll go. Hmm? Cindy, we're gonna walk away. And Deku's someone gonna sit there. Him gonna turn back to his suit and try to think about what to say to her. I mean, this this isn't his fault, right? It's he was used by her, but he remembers. Okay, hang on. He was still gonna sit down his tools and try to think. Let's do some math in the old noggin of his. So every time him and Adriana. Oh, oh shit. Okay, so they're 7 months old? Huh. Not that. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Work backwards and. But wait. 5. Oh. Adriana didn't give birth to them, but they do bear her genetic markers. They're not clones, but they were grown in artificial wombs. This is. Oh no. Jackal. This is his doing. Deku right now gonna stand. And here's a turn. There's a lot going through his head. And right now Jackal's the one he wants to answer questions. And currently we do actually have the man. He's working in his lab, trying to work on his next scheme, create more gadgets and prepare. However, he is wondering what will happen soon. He's wondering how exactly things will play out. He wants to see Spider-Man fall, and his scheme, it might do just that. He thought about recreating the Spider-Sense Destroyer. However, Spider-Man, he worked around that. So, it'd be useless. A waste of time and energy. The man knows how to fight. So, overwhelming odds might be the next best thing. Overwhelming odds might be able to take him down. And that does say quite a lot. He does have a project in mind. He knows that Deku he faced off against a powerful thing at some point in the past. What was it? His name was Morlun, and he's thought about trying to mess with both bat and spider genomes. See what he can create. And right now the Jackal, he does look to stand there, as there actually is Deku, who he is in his stealth suit. And the Jackal does not hear, smell, see, or sense him. And Deku just sit there invisible. Him actually going to fall from the ceiling and going to land. Him doing so with a quiet thud. As Deku, he actually does think to look around. Him beginning to walk. And the Jackal does something to turn his head. Something does not feel right in this building. Okay. Let's see. What can he do? Okay, so there's that. Those are undesirable traits, so let's put those in the basket over here, but also keep these ones in mind because they might be useful. Okay, so now he has the raw materials he likes, so let's see. Aggression, heightened senses, yes, those are fine. Okay, so let's see. He's seen what Spider-Man is capable of, but he's also seen what the vampires are capable of. Perhaps he might actually need to look into some vampire DNA. There was that one vampire hunter in that one town, but there's also actual vampires. He could try to deal with Dracula. See where he can do with that. Make Spider-Man fall. Make Spider-Man fall by making him become insane. But there's also another compound it can use. But does it still remain? No. It can't. It was a highly dangerous bioweapon. And the heroes, they most definitely must have destroyed it. But the compound could have been useful to him. Find out what it does and see what he can do with it. He heard rumors, but increased aggression and, dare he even say, an increase in hunger? Definitely something odd. But at the same time, something curious. He knows it started with a. No, it had an actual categorized name. But information about it must have been destroyed. So, let's see. Deku continuing to mess around. And Deku, he finally does a walk up behind the man. Him bring his hand up, and right out a spike is going to shoot directly through the Jackal's torso. And Deku does a look down, as the spike is going to shoot directly through the back of his shoulder. Him being pulled up into the air, as Deku is then going to turn and toss him. The Jackal right now getting sent flying through the air and smashing into a wall. Him going to fall down, as Deku is going to unstealth. And the Jackal is going to look up and see Deku. Black and red, the stealth suit. And Deku, he's definitely hit the big time. As right now, Deku, he does try to tell Jackal. He wants to know exactly what he did to them. Spider-Man, I was not predicting this. What are you doing here? What did you do to me and Adriana's kids? So you found them, finally. Finally? I have a lot going through my head right now. And I will tell you, Jackal. Deku walking straight up to him. I'm going to bend down. Him grabbing the Jackal directly by the head. Him going to pull him up in the air with his sticky hand. Right now, he has a lot going through his head. He's lost brothers. He's lost sisters. He's lost time, and he's lost sleep. He has lost enough to Adriana, and he doesn't want to sacrifice his sanity. He won't let her win. He wants to know what he did to tamper with her genes. He must have done something right. Artificial growth. Exactly why did he turn them over to S.H.I.E.L.D.? Call it Plan B, Spider-Man. Besides, I was just fulfilling the dying wish of a scornful woman. She had the world turn against her. So what better to do than let the world deal with her legacy? You think the virus will mutate in them? I think a lot of things, Spider-Man, and many of them I like to keep private. Now, Deku's going to bring his hand up, putting his hand directly underneath the Jackal's chin. Him telling the Jackal, what's stopping him right now from stabbing him through the brain, killing him here, and making it look like the Punisher did it? What's stopping him right there? Frank Castle's dead. They'll know something is off. The Punisher dead? Now I know you're lying to me. Deku bring his hand up, grabbing the Jackal by his throat, pulling him out into the air and then going to turn, throwing him back towards his research. The Jackal does a smash rookie through the lab, him being ripped apart by Spider-Man. And right now, Deku's going to let off some of that aggression, let off some of that anger. He needed an outlet, right? He needed something to break. He needed something to do. He needed something that can allow him to release that aggression in a healthy manner, right? Because this feels pretty fucking healthy. And right now, Deku, he does stand there. Him without a scratch on him. But the same cannot be said for the Jackal. The Jackal does lay there. His limbs are mangled. His body is broken. And right now, the man, he is wheezing out breath. And Deku does just stare down. Skin torn, muscles ripped apart, and bones broken. The Jackal, everybody. Barely alive, but his body should heal? Do something? Someone should take care of him, right? A henchman will find him in an hour. He'll be okay. And Deku does stare down. And for some reason, he doesn't feel it. Guilt? Remorse? He doesn't feel it. All he feels is his anger. And it actually does not concern him. He feels strange, calm. No, no, he's angry, but he's this calm. He's never been this calm before. I'm looking down at his hands. They're not shaking. They don't feel shaky. He's he's not sure. Why aren't they shaking? They always shake. That undid his mind, and Deku decided to turn and leave, and giving one final warning to the jackal. If he ever does something like this again, they will have a problem, and he will make the jackal wish he murdered him. Because this is him letting him off lightly. Keep that in mind. He's done having supervillains mess in his personal life. And this is the last straw. Finally, it's out the fucking window. And Deku's gonna turn. Hey, I'm gonna leave. And right now, while S.H.I.E.L.D., they're trying to deal with the situation with Deku's children, there's Deku, who he does get ahead to the Stark Tower because he wants to get some inputs. Thor, Banner, maybe talk to Logan, maybe give Wolverine a call, or talk to Steve Rogers and hear that. The guy will the guy will definitely ask too many questions and he'll get the Jekyll medical attention. The Jekyll will be put in jail. Huh. Maybe you should talk to Steve Rogers. That ran on Dick's mind. And there actually is over S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D., they're doing quite a lot, and a lot of things have been done. They are currently watching Deku's children, but there are many of the other things they have been assigned to do. And there actually is over in a S.H.I.E.L.D. holding cell, where they do sit there. They've been getting their injections, being healthy, you know. They've been doing all of that. But they finally have been getting better. And there actually is Carnage. Carnage, not only is it inside Cletus Cassidy, or Kirishima, or Ejiro Kirishima, I completely butchered that. Fact is, Carnage was also captured by the Jackal. And at some point, Carnage, he was let go. But Carnage, he didn't necessarily know what to do. He wanted to get out there, be free, find his host. That definitely was an idea. And Carnage is right now walking. He is curious. He wants to find Kirishima. Every time I turn, he looks directly at the cell. I'm going to smile as right now Kirishima, he's going to look up and see the old friend of his, who does get a turn and press a button, as Carnage is going to rip itself from its host and return home. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.